Yo, what's up everyone? I know that was a very terrible intro, but hey, I don't feel like redoing this, so we're just sticking with that. But we're back again, literally exactly where we left off on the last episode. It's still the same recording session for me. But let's continue on. We're going to the tavern to speak with the manager.
Oh, finally! Jeez, you two took so long that I got bored of waiting upstairs.
Impatient much?
Welcome back, you two.
I mean, it's not like we're out there not risking our... Not like we're not risking our lives or anything.
So, how'd it go?
Great, thanks for asking.
Eventful. But we did manage to learn how to handle demons, right?
I learned how to manage demons. Right.
Wow, really? That's great! Another step forward.
Fuck yeah.
One thing's been bugging me for a while, though.
And what is that? You inform Muse about the unknown man.
The same guy as from the castle? He showed up in a restricted zone?
I think he might be watching us now.
He also said something like, I made you into the demon gazer.
And yet he taught you how to control the demons, didn't he? Perhaps he's turned over a new leaf and wishes to join our
Naive! That's really wishful thinking, Prim.
Yeah, that hit the nail right on.
You sure do talk fast sometimes.
He's one of Magnustar's henchmen. That means he's up to no good.
Yeah, correct.
You're right.
I wouldn't trust someone like that so quickly.
Tell me if he shows himself again. We haven't seen the last of him.
Yeah, I get the feeling you're right.
Yeah, will do.
Later that evening. Alright, we may have gotten a slight bit off topic, but was Lucius able to do it? Yeah, he can control demons. A few things differ from the demon gazer I used to know, sure. But he's a true demon gazer too. Yeah, the real deal in the flesh. I see. Is this good news, or is it a bad thing? It's good news, of course. Even if things weren't perfect today, it's the big picture I'm looking at. After all, Lucius can activate the demon gaze. The next question is, how will we make use of this power? Oh, thanks for asking. By exploring restricted zones? Yep, that's our best bet for now. Hey Muse, tell me something. About exploring restricted zones. What makes it worth the huge risk? If our goal is a revolution, aren't there other things we should focus on? Other things like... well, you know, like infiltrating the castle, I guess? Tell me what good that does. Are you preparing for siege warfare? That's not what I meant. It's just like we got caught the last time we looked around one. I can't imagine a reward big enough to make the whole thing worthwhile. Shut it, weapon clerk. The hell you'd call me? I'm just worried about your... Now, please calm down, you two. Well, Castle's got a point. I never explained my reasoning. These zones are restricted because of dangerous beasts lurking inside, and stationed there to manage all those beasts are demons. That's the gist of what the public is told about them. Flat out lie. You know this how? I know this because I have evidence. Our revolutionists' predecessors left certain records as proof. As for what those records claim, Asteria began shifting to its current state once those zones appeared. Eventually, there was no one left to oppose Magnestar, and now we live in a land where he rules with absolute power. If you think about it logically, there's gotta be a trick behind it. Trick? Those zones and Magnestar's reign are somehow related, and those demons? They exist to guard that secret. I mean, it makes total sense. The nature of that secret, Magnestar's wicked ambitions? Demon Gazer, witness the truth for yourself. Whether our revolution will become a fairy tale or a new page in history, it all depends on that eye of yours. Please, lend us your power. Well, Castle, convinced yet? Convinced is a bit of a stretch, but I understand your reasons now. Just don't put him in too much danger. Of course I won't. I see Lucius as family. Oops, almost forgot. Here, have this. 300 gold. Here's some campaign funds. Use it to prepare for the restricted zones. Lucius, I'll leave the investigation to you. Castle can tell you more about the restricted zones we know of so far. Again with the explaining. Alright, so I marked up your map like she asked. Zones have unique characteristics. Take note of them as you explore. I don't know if this revolution will really work out, but that Magnestar is a top-tier scumbag. Based on what I saw in the castle, I'll do anything I can to help. How about give me some items that I don't have to pay for? That'll be helpful. Just don't expect any of that crazy stuff that Demon Gazers do from me. See ya. And don't get caught this time, okay? Completed the quest. Hooray! Okay, so I'm just sticking with the first one for right now, because of course the farther you go, the more difficult everything gets. Oh, alright. Interior, no I don't. Okay, so now to go back to those restricted zones and get some furniture.
Hey!
And I'll explain that once I get some. Hey, Lucius. Good, you haven't left yet. Seeing me off? Well, that too, but let's chat for a minute. I wanted to give you a little something before you headed out. It's called an artifact. So, sounds impressive, right? Come by my shop when you have a little extra time. Trust me, you won't regret it. Huh?
Pardon me.
Pardon me. I want some of your time. What's up, Promyth? You need to talk to Lucius? Yes, before I forget to mention something of grave importance. Lucius, I must talk to you about it. Don't forget something so important. Well, whatever. Anyway, Lucius, hit up my shop when you can, and I would appreciate it if you would pay a visit to my study also. How is that place a study? It is in this particular scenario. This scenario, she says. That's all from me for now. See you later. Bye. Okay, so artifacts. Very, very important.
Good work.
Hey, I've been waiting for you. We need to talk about the artifact items. Actually, it's easier to show you. Here, have this. Hunter's Eye. It's an artifact. In the most basic terms, it's a type of magic item. All sorts of wisdom and such is locked inside of it. Some say there's souls of ancient warriors or stones of pure magic. But hey, none of that actually matters. What does matter is that you gain new abilities by equipping these items. As soon as you wear it, you can use its associated skills right away. At least that's what I heard from someone else. Pretty sure it's true. Basically, they're amazing pieces of equipment that let you use skills. The Hunter's Eye lets you see the monster's remaining health. Being able to gauge the enemy's condition is a big deal, you know. About artifacts. Artifacts are rare equipment items with skills and magic sealed inside. When worn, the abilities can be used regardless of the character's class. Artifacts can be found in circles. However, obtaining one you need to find and use an artifact gem. Those things are pretty rare, but use one when you find one. Great. That's all I had to say. Come back if you get bored. Okay, so pretty much just as described, the artifact can give you skills and spells from other classes that class would initially not have access to. And so each one, if I remember right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, each character can equip up to 5 different ones at the same time. Did I not get a... Yeah, oh, there it is. I kind of forgot about that. Okay, now time to go to Prometh. Oh god.
There you are.
Good of you to come. I have one thing that we must discuss. That giant object over there. Did you get a good look at it? Prometh points towards a strange machine in the back of the room. That is an ether mill. It can turn weapons and armor into ether, or restore them. In other words, it can strengthen your weapons and armor. I can go into more detail about its function if you like. Oh yes, please. Understand. I will summarize. If the ether mill can extract or strengthen your gear, extract destroys the weapon, but will produce ether in return. Strengthen, meanwhile, adds ether to your gear in order to strengthen it. Ether is unique to each type of gear. Extracting from a sword grants ether that can be used to improve swords. Strengthen any type of gear, you need to extract that type first. Gear can be strengthened up to 10 times, making it plus 10 gear. Unique gear, on the other hand, can be strengthened up to plus 30. The fee for improving gear will increase as the gear gets stronger. Do keep that in mind. The end. Ah yes, remember the following well. Low rank gear pales in comparison to high rank gear, even when strengthened. Rank is just that important. Keep that in mind. Well, Lucius, good night. Yeah, so just as that says, it's gonna be kind of hard because money is a little bit hard to get a hold of, because you have to use money to buy gems, to get the gear, to sell it to get more money, or to put in the ether mill to use to strength up other stuff. Hey boss, going to the restricted zone again? Stella's place always has had lady managers who work the men hard. Coming here really takes me back. In those days, Stella's place truly was a place to be in Asteria. It's like the city was made to host guests who came for the stage shows. That's amazing! It's no exaggeration. I kid you not, that's really how it was. Back in those days, this truly was our city. And then demons showed up, everyone stopped coming to the shows. Before we knew it, the city belonged to Magnestar sitting in his castle. I just want to take back what was stolen from us. Everyone's got their reasons to fight. You just need to go out and find a reason for yourself, boss. Be careful out there, especially in restricted zones. I guess would fight for my memory. That's kind of important. Oh, radio time.
Heyo! This may be sudden, but here's a provisional
Oops. Coming news about zones for all revolutionists. First, all those in 666th Avenue. Beastmen thrive there. Use appropriate weaponry. The demon in charge of the zone is called Libra. It sticks to the rear line and casts various magics. So says our intel. We need a decent healer, making Libra a good target. That is all.
Okay, don't forget to tune in again next time.
Roger that. So every time you go into a new area, that's basically what's gonna happen. And so, as what was said before, was every enemy has a type, and the type that you're fighting, weapons can be good or bad against them. So I think it's once I get to fighting spirits, if the weapon doesn't have something specifically, then you'll be doing like next to no damage against them. So make sure to use that appropriately. But that's also where some demons come to play, where they can enchant your weapon to help out with that, so that way your weapons will actually damage them. Okay, and then also their health is at the bottom, and it gives you their element, so you know what's strong against them and what they're weak against and what they're strong against too. So that's all very helpful. But since I only have holy magic, it doesn't really matter too much right now. Great, 2 mantra statues. Well, let's see what this one grants me. Just getting through this stuff pretty quick. Oh, well, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go ahead and do this first. More furniture won't be bad. Okay. Oh, there's more of them this time. Well, alright, that wasn't what I was expecting. But let's go with the Terrabane. I guess that was a bit overkill. Yeah, no need to go too much into that. Oh great, they summon more. Not all the time is that bad, the extra experience helps. And again, mantra statue. I don't need 4 of them. But hey, it's enough for the 2 characters to reach level 3. Let's see. And for this, you don't have to follow the way I do things, just go with whatever you're comfortable with. Like I said, for the main character, I really wanted to make him dual-wielding, so the sooner I can get his agility to 25, the better. But of course he won't be able to dual-wield until level 10, if I remember right. Yeah, so as normal with these types of games, random battles are gonna be frequent. And that was another thing with this one. There's if I remember right, there's a chance that whenever you go through a doorway, that there'll be an enemy on the other side. Just as what's happened here. So I think it's like every certain amount of steps, like sometimes you can go for quite a while without going through a doorway and not fighting anything, and then all of a sudden you go through 2 doorways in a row and bam. Oh, these loot maps are very important. Oh yeah, you can also push square to get into the map. But the loot treasure map thing that just popped up, there's skulls and mushrooms in every dungeon. The amount of each varies from dungeon to dungeon, but those loot maps will show you where the mushroom or the skulls are. And we haven't gotten to that part just yet. Oh, yes. Gotta get some vitality on him. But when you go over a space, if you haven't found it yet, there'll be a treasure chest on there. So if you ever, or whenever you get those maps, definitely look at your overall map and see if a treasure chest appeared somewhere there. So that way you can go through and get it. Sometimes you can find one just by accidentally kicking a wall, which I've done multiple times. Let's see. But the reason for those is Castle is looking for the mushrooms, and after you complete an entire section for the mushrooms, he'll give you a furniture, which I'll explain those momentarily once we get back to town. Oh, front guard. 3 more, and then we can fight Libra. Let's see, front guard is her special ability. Chance to defend a backline member. Defending increases this chance. Influencing stance is agility, or stats is agility. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to put some points into agility to get that to happen more often. Okay, well, let's just continue. No need to worry about that. I only have 2 people in my party right now, so it's not that big of a deal. And then, as normal, always keep an eye out for shortcuts. Very helpful. Alright, and then if I remember right, the experience is also divided. So like how I got 400 something, you divide that by 2. And that's how much each character gets. So you divide it by however many party members that you have. And I don't remember if it's 5 or 6 people that you can have in a party. Yeah, so battle isn't too much right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be cutting those out. And just only showing like important fights. I do know that that'd be a lot of editing, and I don't exactly have a good video editing software right now. Hopefully later I do get some, and then I might be able to do that. But even then, that's gonna be a huge pain in the ass. But we'll just have to wait and see what I decide to do. Because it can be kind of hard. Well, I shouldn't say can. It is hard to kind of come up with more stuff to say when it's essentially like more the same that's going on. And I just don't know if this is, I guess, entertaining, but one main thing is, as long as I'm having fun, or I'm enjoying this at least, is what's important. But for right now, I may not exactly be like, I guess, fun, but I'm not bored, if that's an appropriate thing to say. So I do enjoy this game tremendously. It was one of the first ever games that I platinumed. Granted, it was on the Vita, but it's still the same game. And I think I mentioned this before, but the reason why the trophies aren't popping up at certain points, like I should have gotten some by now, is that I had already recorded several episodes, and then I was having issues with the recording, so I just scrapped all of those and just started all over again. But from here on, I should be getting those trophies to pop up.
People, you've come. I, Libra, will punish you.
Not a bad character model.
White or black, behold the scales of judgment.
Alright. It's time to rock out. Let's see. Anything else that I can use? Nope. Well, let's just go for this. Oh yeah, and the demons, as weird as it sounds, they're god types in the game. So I don't think there's really much in terms of equipment that are especially effective against them. The only real thing would be the element that you can try exploiting. Okay, I think this would be the final turn. Oh, damn it. Shit. That was my bad. I didn't mean to hold X. I have no idea what she said. You glance at the rim of the circle. There's a single memo posted. Hey, it's been a while. Or, it's me. I thought you'd run into a demon by one of these circles around here, so I'd figure I'd leave a memo. You may think you defeated a demon right around now, but unfortunately you haven't bested them quite yet. So it's quiz time. In order to defeat the demon, what should you do right now? Control all circles. If you chose one, you're sharp. Did the weapon shop owner tell you? The demon hid their lair somewhere in the restricted zone. If you want to truly defeat them, you first need to find the lair. To do so, you must first take control of all their circles. That will be the focus, or that will force them into their lair. Once you control all the circles, their demon circle will appear, and that is where their lair is. It's just reiterating what was said. That's it for my memo. I hope it was somewhat useful. Well, be careful out there. I have no idea, but I assume that was the one dude from earlier teaching how to use demons. And for equipment, I kind of forgot to see about this. Wakizashi, Boken, Cleansing Boken, Murderous Katana, Cleansing Boken. Yeah, let's just use that. This is slightly better than what I had. Yep. No stat benefits, but that's okay. Oh, and like on this one at the very bottom where it says like STR plus 1 HP plus, for every HP plus, if I remember right, that equals 1 HP. So for every step you take, you get 1 HP back. And for every turn, you get 1 HP back. So the more that you have, the more HP back you get per turn and per step, which is always helpful. Save stone. Self-explanatory. These are a godsend because whenever you get game over, I think you have to go back to your last save if I remember right. Which that can be devastating to lose all of your progress. Alright, let's see. Yep, and that door's locked tight. But I think I'll call it quits there for this episode. Thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully next time we should... I think there's only like 2 more circles. So hopefully I'll be able to get those 2 and fight Libra. Well, thanks again. Take care everyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That helps the channel out tremendously. See you later.